allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You have a roll call?
Mr. Costick.
Here.
Mr. Wood.
Here.
Ms. Isabella.
Here.
Mr. Bosley.
Here.
Ms. Kelting.
Here.
Clerk is here. Mr. Favreau.
Here.
Resolution 001, accept minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of December 11, 2025 and December 18, 2025 be accepted and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mosley, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Do we have any public comment? Seeing none, we'll go to resolution number 002. Everybody should have received an updated copy of the abstract. That's going to be abstract 1A-26.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 1A-26 for 2025 in the amount of $111,329.57, abstract 1A-26, prepays for 2025 in the amount of $205,661.25, and number 1A-26 for 2026 in the amount of $209,620.42, abstract 1A-6 prepays for 2026 in the amount of $233,543.05, be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstracts.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Tom, I have a second?
Second.
Ilona, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 003, monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file monthly department head reports for buildings and grounds, codes and zoning, dog control officer, highway superintendent, parks and recreation, supervisor's financial report, and wastewater for various months in 2025.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Tom, do I have a second?
Second.
Dana, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 004, supervisor to retain the original of all correspondence.
Which number is that, Jeff?
004?
That's not made it into the clerk's packet.
Here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Resolved, the supervisor be authorized to retain the originals of correspondence he receives and files photocopies with the town clerk.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Tom, do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 005, supervisor shall be in charge of all special districts.
Resolved that the supervisor, Charles A. Costick, and in his absence, the deputy supervisor shall be in charge of all special districts which include water, sewer, ambulance, stormwater management districts, consolidated highway district, and lighting district pursuant to section 29 of town law.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dan, do I have a second?
Shouldn't the name of the deputy supervisor be in there as well?
We certainly can add it if
Well,
you
we don't
desire.
already need the motion. Hasn't been seconded yet, so he can change the motion.
I'll change the motion to add Dana Isabella's name as the deputy.
Okay, so Dan has made a motion to accept the resolution with the addition of the deputy supervisor's name being added to the resolution.
Second.
I apologize, can I make a quick recommendation?
Yep,
If you want to add the name of the deputy supervisor, I would say deputy supervisor, Dana Isabella, already future deputy supervisor named in her absence, in case something happens. That way you don't need to redo the entire resolution, it would just carry going forward.
okay.
I would make that resolution what he said.
And I do tend to talk very fast, I realize that, so please kick me, throw something at me, it happens, I apologize.
And so Dan agreed with that with the motion, Tom, you agree with that with the
Yes.
second? Okay, did you get all that, Jay?
I did.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a fast
Very
listener,
good, Jay.
so-
There you go.
Any further
Town clerk's on the
discussion?
ball with that.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 006, supervisor shall act as the chief fiscal officer for the town of Plattsburgh.
Resolved that Supervisor Charles A. Costick, as the Chief Financial Officer for the year 2026, be authorized and directed to deposit idle monies into interest-bearing accounts or to purchase certificates of deposit from any town funds, including special districts in the Adirondack Bank, Key Bank of New York, TD Bank, Aero Bank, Champlain National Bank, NBT Bank, New York Class, Epic Fund, Empire Public Investment Cooperative Fund of New York, Jeffries LLC, Harborside Financial, Piper Sandler and Company, or Community Bank pursuant to Section 64, Subdivision 1 of Town Law, and be it further resolved that the general highway and special district funds be deposited in checking accounts with the aforementioned banks with offices located in the town of Plattsburgh for the year 2026, and any other bank that provides necessary collateral as required by audit and control. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Dana, do I have a second?
Second.
Bill, any discussion?
Yeah, is it, do we put the funds in one or two of these banks primarily, or do we use all of them?
Well, primarily, yes, for the town accounts. But you have to remember that we also, that the tax receiver has accounts. So these are all the various banks that we use or could potentially use.
Okay,
That would include idle monies. Tom, as you're aware, we use New York Class right now. Epic is brand new fund created
Yeah.
that we voted.
I just want to point out,
originally.
we're not using all these banks at the same
No,
time.
no.
You know, okay,
They're available to
they're
us.
available.
And what would happen a lot of times is the finance manager, if there's less service fees, you know, et cetera, if it's better in the interest of the town to move it, the finance manager would talk to
Okay.
the supervisor and we would move it.
Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 007, authorization to pay public utility services claims.
Resolved that pursuant to Section 118 of Town Law, the supervisor be authorized to pay claims for public utility services, electric, gas, water, sewer, fuel oil, and telephone, postage, freight, and express charges before they are audited, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
So move.
Tom, do I have a second?
Second?
Dan, any further any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 008, purchase procedures for goods and services.
Resolved that the town of Plattsburgh adopt procedure policies as indicated in the town's official policy book shall be the procedures to be followed by all elected and appointed officials and town employees for the year 2026 for the purchase of commodities, equipment, or goods from public works projects, contracts, Schedule B for professional services, and consultants for purchase order policy and cash disbursement procedures, and it is further resolved that the town board does authorize and order that the purchase order policies and cash disbursement procedures as outlined in Schedules A, B, C, and D shall become the policy and procedures to be followed by the town of Plattsburgh personnel for purchase orders and cash disbursements for the 2026 year, and it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
I have a motion.
So move.
Dana, do I have a second?
Second.
Ilona, any discussion?
It's basically the same as last last time, right?
Well, and I would say this, yes, Tom, last update completed was 2019.
We've changed some of the amounts, I see.
Or actually, no, yeah, 2019 was the last update. I did have a discussion with Jennifer, because we do have a new finance manager. She has suggested that we review this, so I'm pretty certain what we will do is we'll appoint a couple of counselors to sit down with Jennifer and do a review.
Okay, so then we possibly might have to amend it later.
Yeah, we can just accept a revision at a later date, but this is the same one that we've used.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, same one that we've used, but she feels that there might be a couple things that it's probably a good time. It has been, 7 years, so it is a good time to take a look at it and review it. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 009.
Petty cash for town officials. Resolved that pursuant to section 64 of town law, petty cash funds be established for town officials for 2026 as follows. Finance manager, $100. Town clerk, $200. Receiver of taxes and assessments, $400. Town justices, $100 each. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Dan, do I have a second?
Second.
Bill, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 010, salaries and payday for elected and appointed officials.
Resolved that pursuant to section 27 of the town law, all elected and appointed officials shall be paid bi-weekly on Wednesdays beginning January 15, 2026, with the exception of the town attorney, counselors, historian, and town justices, who will be paid on the last payroll of each month. And be it further resolved that the salaries of all elected and appointed officials be fixed as indicated by the approved budget for 2026, and a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dana? I have a second.
Second.
That was Tom.
Yes.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution 011, town board meetings for 2026.
Resolved that the regular monthly and semi-monthly meetings for the town board shall be held on the first and third Thursday respectively of each month at 6 p.m. prevailing time in the town hall of the town of Plattsburgh, unless otherwise posted on or at 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York. And it is further resolved that informal work session meetings for the town board shall be held on the second and fourth Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. prevailing time in the town hall of the town of Plattsburgh on 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, pursuant to section 62 of town law. And it is further resolved in the event that there is a fifth Thursday in any month, meetings will be scheduled at the discretion of the supervisor. And be it further resolved that due to holidays and conflicts, the town board does hereby change the dates of its respective scheduled meetings as follows. No meeting Thursday, January 1st, 2026, New Year's Day. No meeting Thursday, November 26, 2026, Thanksgiving. No meeting Thursday, December 24th, 2026, Christmas Eve. No meeting Thursday, December 31st, 2026, New Year's Eve.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Dana? Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 12, naming the official town newspaper.
Resolved that pursuant to section 64 of town law, the Press Republican be named as the official newspaper for the town of Plattsburgh.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dana, do I have a second?
Second?
Dan, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 13, appointment of fair housing officer.
Whereas the Office of Fair Housing and Equal Opportunity administers federal laws and establishes national policies to ensure that all Americans have equal access to the housing of their choice, and whereas the town of Plattsburgh wishes to have an officer who will implement and enforce the Fair Housing Act, and whereas the town supervisor, on behalf of the town board, recommends the appointment of Steve Imhoff as the Fair Housing Officer for the town of Plattsburgh to serve at the pleasure of the supervisor and the town board. Therefore be it resolved that Steve Imhoff be assigned to oversee the fair housing regulations are followed and act as the primary point of contact for all fair housing related issues, and be it further resolved that Mr. Imhoff take the oath of office within 30 days of his appointment, and a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager, the LDC board, and a copy be placed in his personnel file.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dana, do I have a second?
Second.
I'm gonna give it to Dan. Any discussion?
I just want to thank Steve for continuing to serve in this capacity. He has, the whole time I've been on the board, and does a good job. Thanks.
Absolutely. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 14, fire district liaisons for 2026.
Whereas the town board of the town of Plattsburgh desires to maintain effective communications with the various fire districts and volunteer fire departments situated within the town of Plattsburgh, and provide each fire district and department a town board member as liaison. Now therefore be it resolved that Supervisor Charles A. Costick be appointed to serve as a town liaison with the Fire District Number 3 and District 3 Fire Department. And it is further resolved that Councilor Dana M. Isabella be appointed to serve as a town liaison with the Katyville Fire District and Katyville Fire Department. And it is further resolved that Councilor Thomas E. Wood be appointed to serve as a town liaison with the Morrisonville Fire District and Morrisonville Fire Department. And it is further resolved that Councilor Ilona Kelting be appointed to serve as a town liaison with the South Plattsburgh Fire District and South Plattsburgh Fire Department. And it is further resolved that Councilor Daniel A. Bosley be appointed to serve as a town liaison with the Cumberland Head Fire District and Cumberland Head Fire Departments.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dan, do I have a second?
Second.
Donna, any discussion?
Yeah, I just like to say, this is really cool. So, although it was very new to me, one of the pride moments of serving on this board is to acknowledge the fact that small little Plattsburgh actually has 5 fire districts, and 5 very strong fire districts. So I'm very proud to serve as a liaison to any of the 5. So.
Ditto.
Thanks, Dan. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 15, appointment of a town of Plattsburgh delegate for the 2026 Association of Towns Annual Meeting and Training School.
Whereas training for municipal employees and officials is being held in New York City, February 15th through the 18th, 2026. And as a member of the Association of Towns, the town of Plattsburgh has certain privileges. Therefore be it resolved that Charles A. Costick be appointed the official representative of the town of Plattsburgh and be allowed to cast their vote on behalf of the town at the 2026 Annual Meeting and Training School of the Association of Towns. And Dana M. Isabella be the alternate delegate if needed, and be it further resolved that copies of this resolution be given to Charles A. Costick and Dana M. Isabella, and that one be placed in each of their personnel files, and that the supervisor complete the certificate of designation noting himself as the official town delegate.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Tom, do I have a second?
Second.
Ilona, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 16, community partnership between Town of Plattsburgh Recreation Program and the Clinton County Youth Bureau.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Parks and Recreation Department would like to continue its community partnership with the Clinton County Youth Bureau in order to strengthen existing cooperation and further develop activities focused on recreational opportunities for the residents of the Town of Plattsburgh. And whereas the Clinton County Youth Bureau has recently made changes to their fiscal year, and it is necessary to maintain authorization to allow the supervisor to sign materials associated with continuing our community partnership throughout the year. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board does hereby authorize the supervisor to sign any materials associated with the community partnership agreement for recreational service program on behalf of the town of Plattsburgh and the Clinton County Youth Bureau for services throughout 2026. And it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Clinton County Youth Bureau, Finance Manager, and Parks and Recreation Department.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Donna, do I have a second?
Second?
Dana. Just a reminder that and we did this several years ago versus every time the contract comes up with the Youth Bureau, because typically there's no cost to us. It just allows me to sign the contracts throughout the year for the various youth and recreation programs between the two. All those in
We have
favor?
sufficient
Oops, sorry.
insurance to cover all that, right?
Oh, correct.
Since we're the ones administering all the programs.
Oh, yeah, that's all covered under the umbrella. Absolutely, Tom. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
All right,
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 17, municipal property and liability insurance renewal.
Whereas it is necessary for the town of Plattsburgh to provide risk management services and municipal property and liability insurance, therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is authorized to renew its agreement with Northern Insuring Agency, principally located at 171 Margaret Street, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901, to provide risk management services and as insurance broker for the town to provide municipal insurance coverage, and be it further resolved that after careful review of the town's needs and market options, the town board wishes to renew property and liability insurance for the period January 10th, 2026 to January 10th, 2027, shall be provided by the New York Municipal Insurance Reciprocal, NYMER, endorsements as warranted during said period, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and the supervisor be authorized to sign all related documentation with NYMER and Northern Insuring Agency.
Do I have a motion?
so moved.
Tom, I have a second.
Second?
Dan, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 18, employee assistance services.
There's a name change on this?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll read it with the name change.
I think that should be fine, correct.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh, town herein maintains an annual contract with Behavioral Health Services North Incorporated, doing business as employee assistance agency, whereby the agency provides informational services to the town as an employer, and among other services, counseling to town employees. And whereas the contract in effect for the year 2025 will automatically renew for the year 2026 under its existing terms, unless canceled by either party. And whereas the town board has provided within the general fund of the town of Plattsburgh 2026 budget sufficient funds to support the continued contract with the agency. Now therefore be it resolved that the automatic renewal of the contract for the year 2026 is acknowledged and approved, and the supervisor is authorized to execute any required documentation on behalf of the town. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be provided to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Dana, do I have a second?
Second,
Tom, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 19, Town of Plattsburgh Website Management Independent Contractor Consultant Agreement.
Whereas the consulting firm Kimmel Services LLC, located at 15 Duke Avenue, Katyville, New York, has prepared and submitted a proposal between the town of Plattsburgh and Kimmel Services to provide website development and management on a contractual basis for 2026. Therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh, a municipal corporation organized and existing under and by virtue of the laws of the state of New York, with offices and principal place of business at 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, party of the first part, and David Kimmel, the contractor, now residing at 15 Duke Avenue, Katyville, New York, 12918, party of the second part, in consideration of the promises, mutual covenants, and agreement attached, do hereby mutually agree to the attached agreement, and be it further resolved that Mr. Kimmel is an independent contractor and shall not be considered an employee or agent for the town, and as contractor is hereby prohibited from assigning, transferring, conveying, subletting, or otherwise disposing of this agreement or his right, title, or interest herein. And be it further resolved that, after review by the town attorney, the supervisor is duly authorized and empowered to execute the attached agreement on behalf of the town of Plattsburgh, and be it further resolved that this resolution and said agreement be given to the finance manager and Mr. Kimmel.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Oop, I'm gonna give that to you in a second for Dana. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 20, White Knight Kennels Agreement for 2026.
Whereas on occasion it is necessary for the dog control officer to kennel stray dogs and provide other kennel services as appropriate and approved by the supervisor. Therefore be it resolved that after the town attorney's review, the supervisor is authorized to sign an agreement between White Knight Kennels LLC and the town of Plattsburgh to follow the provision of Article 7 of the Agriculture and Markets Law and any rules and regulations promulgated pursuant thereto in relation to the seizure, holding, care, redemption, and disposition of seized dogs in the town of Plattsburgh, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and the town clerk and the owner of White Knight Kennels LLC, Jody Perry.
Do I have a motion?
So moved?
Dana, do I have a second?
Second?
Dan, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 21, Town of Plattsburgh Facilities Department.
Whereas the scope of the town of Plattsburgh Buildings and Grounds Department has changed significantly over the years, and whereas the department plays an essential role in maintaining and managing and supporting town of Plattsburgh facilities, infrastructure, and operational needs, and whereas the town supervisor recommends a title change for the Building and Grounds Department that reflects its functions and responsibilities, therefore be it resolved, the town of Plattsburgh Town Board does adopt the name change to the Facilities Department effective immediately.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dana, do I have a second?
Second.
Rona, any discussion?
Yeah, why are we changing the name?
It better reflects, you know, what they do for us versus just strictly buildings and grounds. It's actually facilities management. So if you look at it, it's not just this facility, they're also responsible for the mausoleum. They're also gonna be responsible for any other buildings that we may build in the future. So not only are we looking at what they're doing today, but we're looking at what they're gonna
But
potentially.
those things are all included in buildings and grounds, they're all,
With the, can I speak?
Yeah.
With the restructuring of that department that happened this past summer and fall, it gives a nice delineation between our former buildings and grounds, people who are working in the recreation department now, and facilities management, or facility, you know, so it was.
so there's a separation, so to
There's
speak,
a-
between the two.
Absolutely separation
Okay.
between the
Okay.
two, and it's really two now different departments.
Okay. It's just, you know, it's hard for me to keep remembering all the new names.
We'll give
It's
you
a new
score-
model,
We'll give you a
When I
scorecard
write
or
F
something.
on my calendar, what was that mean?
New model.
You're not on that committee, Tom, so you're good.
Yeah.
We have. Any further discussion?
I'll try to facilitate you remembering.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. We gotta keep it lighthearted. Resolution number 22, and we did this one just for you, Tom. 3% site plan return deposit for UMS Properties LLC RTO Site Plan 2022.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Planning Board has reviewed and approved all requirements of the UMS Properties LLC RTO Site Plan 2022, and whereas the Planning and Community Development Department has coordinated inspection of said project and reports all requirements have been met and completed, now therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to release the said deposit in the amount of $500 plus accrued interest to date, and be it further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution be forwarded to the Planning and Community Development Department Secretary with the return of deposits to UMS Properties LLC.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dina, do I have a second?
Second.
Tom, any discussion?
No, just that, you know, the letter's there stated and signed, you know.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Resolution number 23, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to enter into a labor-related retainer agreement.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh recognizes the need for professional services related to labor relations, collective bargaining, personnel matters, and related employment issues. And whereas the Town Board has determined that it is in the best interest of the town to retain qualified professional assistants to represent the town in such labor-related matters. And whereas the Town Board has reviewed the proposed retainer agreement for labor-related services and finds this agreement to be in the best interest of the town, therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh hereby authorizes the town supervisor to enter into and execute a retainer agreement with Stafford, Owens, Murnane, Kelleher, Miller, Mayer, and Zedek, PLLC, on behalf of the town for labor-related services in the form approved by the town attorney, and it is further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to sign any and all documents related to this agreement. And be it further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately, and a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
I move that this resolution be tabled.
Okay, Tom has moved that the resolution be tabled. Do I have a second?
I will second that.
Seconded by Dan. Any discussion? Seeing none,
I
can I
just
do a,
thought we needed more discussion on it.
okay. Can I do a roll call vote?
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Ms. Isabella,
Yes.
Mr. Bosley,
Yes.
Ms. Kelteen,
Yes.
Mr. Costick.
Yes. Resolution is gonna be tabled, for further discussion. Resolution number 24, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to execute the PERMA Group Self-Insurance Program Agreement for 2026.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh is required to provide workers' compensation-related insurance coverage for its employees, and whereas the Public Employer Risk Management Association Incorporated, PERMA, administers a group self-insurance program that provides workers' compensation and related coverage to participating municipalities. And whereas the Town Board has reviewed the Permanent Group Self-Insurance Program Agreement for 2026, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the Permanent Group Self-Insurance Program Agreement for 2026, subject to approval from the town attorney. And it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be provided to the finance manager.
I have a motion.
So moved.
Tom, do I have a second?
Second.
Ilona, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Carried. Resolution number 25, December 2025 budget amendment.
Whereas the town may need to amend the 2025 budget to reflect changes in revenues and expenditures during the year, and whereas the budget amendments will be offset from existing fund balance or additional revenues, therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Plattsburgh authorize the following budget amendment as attached, and be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Dana, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Dan, any discussion? Seeing none, can I have a roll call?
Mr. Wood,
Yes.
Ms. Isabella?
Yes?
Mr. Bosley?
Yes.
Ms. Kelton?
Yes.
Mr. Costick?
Yes. Resolution carries. I see no need to go into an executive session, so I would entertain a motion to
You
adjourn.
say there was something happened with employee over the.
No updates. As soon as we have some sort of formal update, Tom, we will, but there is no change.
Could I take
Yep.
a minute to welcome Matt
Yes, thank you, I should have done that.
to our family? Um, Big shoes to fill behind
Oh, yeah.
Jim Coffey. But in the brief conversations we've had, confident that you will do that superbly, so welcome.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm very excited about this. I've been, I'm sure you know, with the town for 6 or 8 years with the codes and zoning department, and it's been quite a learning curve, but it's been very enjoyable. I've liked everybody that I've worked with up here, even Steve. I don't know if everybody always says that, but I think Steve's got a huge heart. I think this town is fantastic. I'm the attorney for a lot of towns around here. I said in Peru the other night, they have a great town, very different than what the town of Plattsburgh has, but the advantages in the town of Plattsburgh are substantial. I think that the board, all the employees do a great job, so I'm very excited about this. I will be at every meeting is my goal, unless I'm out of town. Those of you that don't know me, I do have 3 young kids. They're very involved in everything, so once in a while I may need to leave early to get to whatever, and for whatever reason, I'm also coaching modified basketball, even though I'm a hockey player. Well, second year in a row, they had no coaches at the city school, so my dad's the actual basketball guy, I just learned the kids' names. So every once in a while, there may be a game I have to get to, but I'll be here to miss a practice like I am tonight, that's fine, so this will be a priority. You're all welcome to contact me, cell phone, email, whenever you want, whenever you have questions, I try to be as open as possible, so. Thanks, I'm excited.
And the good news, Matt, is that's like double the number of resolutions we typically
I said,
have.
this is
And this is
so efficient.
about 15, 20 minutes longer than we usually
Very
are.
impressive.
So,
You guys are good.
this is the organizational meeting. This typically also would have been a work session, but because of the holiday falling on the first Thursday, we had to move it, so. Okay, with that said, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Dana, do I have a second?
Second.
Alona, all those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
And we are adjourned at 6:38 PM.
Bye.
That was good.
We beat Em said 43 minutes.
Yeah, well, do you have any kind of forecast for what's for dinner tonight?